everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. As you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page and follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, so let's get into it. Chris Cuomo demands $125 million. That's right, clearly chasing the bag. And he calls his firing the epitome of hypocrisy, no less. So ex-CNN anchor Chris Cuomo is demanding a staggering $125 million. Now, and he calls his termination the epitome of hypocrisy by the scandal-scarred third place network. That's what he calls them, scandal-scarred and third place, right? And so in a scorched earth filing with the JAMS mediation and arbitration service, Cuomo alleged that his former employer has a long-established pattern and practice of selectively enforcing its policies based on cynical calculations of public perceptions. So what now? I'm sorry. He looked like he took a page from T.I.'s handbook, okay? Cynical calculations of public perception. Just say they're full of shite, Chris, because clearly they are. Now, he also claimed that CNN's habit of making exceptions to its rules began at the top with former CNN worldwide president Jeff Zucker and former chief marketing officer Alison Gollast, who both resigned under pressure last month for failing to disclose their affair. Now, as long as CNN's ratings would not be hurt, Zucker and Gollast were more than willing to overlook major transgressions by CNN personalities such as Don Lemon, that's right, Don Lemonade himself, right, and Jake Tapper, and or even to engage in blatant misconduct themselves. This is what it says in his filings. He says those transgressions involved hate crime hoaxer Jussie Smollett's testimony that Lemon texted him that cops didn't believe his claims, now which Lemon later denied, and Tapper's efforts to convince Republican Sean Parnell to not challenge U.S. Representative Connor Lamb. Honey, he's snitching on everybody. You know, it's funny. He didn't have a problem with any of this until he got fired, right? For giving his brother or trying to find out information about his brother, Andrew Cuomo's sexual assault allegations and whatever else he could find out about the witnesses and the accusers. So I'm going to share my screen to show this paperwork. Everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, we're going to have to speed up this process, honey, because it is clearly storming outside. So let me hurry and get through this, okay? So Cuomo also said that CNN let chief analyst or legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin, who was suspended for getting caught masturbating with his nasty self, right? Masturbating to a video conference with staffers at the New Yorker magazine, now which fired him. But they let him return to work without even issuing a public apology. Although Toobin repeatedly said that he was sorry for during his first appearance, during his first appearance following the scandal. Honey, let me tell you something. You can say sorry all you want, but I want to tell you like this. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to show my face there ever again, nor would I want to be on TV or around any of my former colleagues if I had been caught doing something so ghastly. I'm just saying. He couldn't wait until he got done with the Zoom call. Sounds perverted and freaky deaky to me. I'm just saying, okay? So anyway, in each of the above described incidents, CNN allowed employees to retain their jobs for offenses much more egregious than anything CNN alleges that Cuomo did. And that's what he wrote in the filing, or what his attorneys wrote. Now, this is the epitome of hypocrisy, as there were no valid basis for terminating his contract. In a series of bombshell allegations, the former Cuomo primetime host, who was fired in December for trying to help his brother, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, battle his sexual assault and sexual harassment allegations, said CNN demanded through its leadership that he repeatedly interview Andrew Cuomo during the height of the Stupid 19 pandemic to score some ratings bonanza. Chris Cuomo also said that CNN pushed Governor Cuomo not to appear on any other networks, implying that doing so would hurt his brother's career. And also they asked him to hold his popular Stupid 19 briefings based on its program schedule and when its ratings were at the weakest. So in addition, he says Zucker and Golost acted as advisors to Governor Cuomo during this time by giving him talking points and strategies for how to respond to statements made by then President Donald Trump. And he says, notably for years, CNN did not discipline Golost or Zucker for their egregious violations of CNN policy, including both Golost and Zucker using their privileged access to Governor Cuomo to secure Stupid 19 tests. He settled it all, honey. See, that's the thing. When friends become foes around the world, your secrets go, because clearly he is snitching on everybody. At the end of the day, this is what people do when they're disgruntled. Chris Cuomo's filings demands at least $15 million for termination of his contract 19 months before it actually was supposed to end, saying that he's entitled to about $14.4 million in unpaid base salary and at least a ratings-related bonus. Now, based on the amount being sought, his contract paid him around $9.1 million just last year, more than half again, as much as as has been previously reported. Now, but the bulk of the damages, at least $110 million, is demanded on the grounds that CNN violated the contract by failing to instruct CNN employees not to disparage Cuomo, leading to widespread attacks on his ethics and reputation. Cuomo has had his journalistic integrity, he said, it was unjustifiably smeared, making it more difficult, if not impossible, for him to find similar work in the future. And according to the filing, Zucker and Golost were fully aware of the scope of Cuomo's assistance to Governor Cuomo. And Chris said he had no reason to believe that his assistance to his brother was inconsistent with CNN's policies. Now, in a statement, Chris's attorney, Brian Friedman, said it should by now be obvious to everyone that Chris Cuomo did not lie to CNN about helping his brother, that he absolutely disclosed that information, basically. So, in fact, as the limited information released from Warner Media's investigation, they make it clear that CNN's highest level executives not only knew about Cuomo's involvement in helping his brother, but also actively assisted the governor, but through Chris and directly themselves, or both through Chris and directly themselves. Now, as CNN has admitted, network standards were changed in a calculated decision to boost their ratings. When those practices were called into question, Chris was simply made the scapegoat. Now, CNN and its parent company, AT&T's Warner Media, have both declined to comment. I bet they have after they've been caught in their BS, because likely what he's saying is true. Now, a spokesperson for Zucker and Golost denied that Zucker gave Andrew Cuomo advice and said neither were ever given preferential access to Stupid 19 tests, said it's absolutely false. The rep has also previously said that Zucker was never aware of the full extent of what Chris Cuomo was doing with his brother, which is why Chris was fired, and that Golost never offered advice or counsel to Andrew Cuomo, period. End of discussion. So, honey, they're denying this, and Chris is saying otherwise. Listen, I don't know who's lying. I really don't care, because what I do know is that CNN has a history of reporting fake news. That's what they have. They've been caught cold busted on YouTube videos, right? Planting or making and manufacturing fake news. So quite frankly, I don't believe anything they say. And also they have a nefarious history of a whole lot of shady things going on, as we have seen, because I've exposed it in the past few months. So honey, at the end of the day, Chris just needs to go take his money that they already gave him $9.1 million just last year for his salary, right? I don't know why he's complaining. Now, has he actually tried to go look for another job elsewhere? Or is he just assuming that no one else will hire him because of this? I don't know. I don't really care if they give the money or not, honey, because Chris Cuomo or his brother Andrew Cuomo or CNN and anyone that works there, Zucker, Galas, Dawn and Mom, none of them mean anything to me. I mean, I actually consider them, the Crying Negroes Network. So I don't really care what happens over there, but I do know that I'm going to report on it every time these salacious details unfold. All right. So with that all being said, everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. And I hope to see you all in the next chats later on today for your daily vitamins.